What up, guys? On this episode of Straight Up, we've got a really stupid fucking artillery piece on our team. His name is Heavy Metal 6. In this match, right, he does a fairly decent job, but this fucking nipple fucker really pisses me the fuck off, and it's something I want to start talking about, and in episodes of Straight Up, this is what we're going to talk about. We don't care about the match, it's on screen for the most part, we're just going to watch it in the background. So, here's the deal. This guy is just fucking cancer. I mean, he's in cancer. His stats are cancer. He's just cancer straight up as it is. He fucking sits there in his basement at his mother's house and plays World of Tanks all fucking day long and can't get any better. He's probably going to get worse as time goes on. And that is an issue that every single fucking World of Tanks player has to deal with, right? You've got your red players who start off at the beginning of the game. You know, maybe they've got 1,000 battles under their belt. They really don't know what's going on. And it doesn't really set in until you're like 10, 12, 13,000 battles in, where you really start to get a feel for the game, right? So I'll for the most part, give people up until that time to start, actually getting their stats to where they should be. But people like Heavy Metal 6 suck, right? He's got 50% win rate. His recent WN8 is somewhere around 1,600, right? And he's pissed off. Now I know why he's pissed off. This mouse at the 5 line right now, and goal 5 on our team, is in the complete wrong fucking position. So is our Chrysler GF, and so is our T32. And the reason I say they're in the wrong position is because they're not assisting the heavy tanks. Now, I'm a 113, we've already established it's a medium tank in a heavy tank's body, so that has nothing to do with anything. And that's part of the problem with this game. People don't realize that certain tanks belong in certain situations, other tanks do not, right? So you have to realize there's different metas, especially on a map like Redshire, where the 9-0 line is controlled by super heavies, or heavies that have a lot of armor, that can handle taking a good amount of damage and dish out and also deal with arty, right? So you've got the super heavy meta, which should be on 9-0 line, and you've got the hold down heavy, side scraping heavy, which should be on the 1 to 5 line. And that's how most maps in this game play out, right? There's certain tanks that go to different positions. Doesn't matter, if you're a heavy tank, a medium tank, a TD, every tank has their own particular position on the map that they should be in. And that's what people need to learn, right? And so you've got the first 12,000 battles to learn where those positions are, especially in the tanks that you're playing with. You really have to learn where you're going to make the biggest impact. And a lot of players don't know how to do that right off the bat. And nipple fuckers like fucking Heavy Metal 6 think they know the whole entire game because, like I said, dwells in his motherfucking mother's basement, does nothing but play 120 battles over the course of 24 hours. Like, seriously, you do nothing else but play this game, and your stats are still shit, you've got an issue, right? And it's cancerous people like this who cause battles to go badly, right? They don't focus the right part of the map. They don't go to where they should be going. They just play how they fucking want to play, how they think other people should be playing, and they don't try to win, right? Everybody wants to chase after good WN8. Everybody wants good WN8. But everybody also wants good win rate. And the value of a player is more of how many battles they're winning versus how many they're losing. Heavy Metal 6 has not figured that the fuck out. He's sitting around slapping a dildo across his face all fucking day long, but he can't figure out that he needs to be winning games, right? Because he'll sit there and already and fucking choke on dick all fucking day long and be like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, guys, this is good. And then he calls out people like me for not doing what he thinks I should have done, and then he throws a fucking shit fit, right? Like the mouse on our team. I'm going to call this man out too because he put himself in the worst position possible. He did nothing to influence the game. I mean, you're going to see in a bit here how he just gets anal raped by sitting out in the open because he's a fucking moron. And this game is populated by morons, and I want to try to get away from that, right? Everybody wishes that their teams were better, that their teams could play together. And that's the meta that we need to bring about, is teamwork, cooperation, team play. If you see that one side of the map is being completely dominated by the enemy team, and you've got 3 tanks there, and they have a chance at falling back, support them from falling back, and you as the player in that position need to fall back, right? Team play is the only way that you win games, and the only way that you can actually come out with good WN8 and good stats. So for all you red players out there, for all you green players, you blue players, even super unicums, we all need to do a better job at working together and making matches winnable. Right? The WN8 will come afterwards, but you need to show up on the gameplay first before you want to have good stats. Win rate is the most important part. It shows that you're making the right plays, you're making the right calls, you're helping your team win. And guess what happens when you win, for all you motherfuckers who decide that, I'm going to sit here in my self-righteous fucking bubble and say, the game's all about fun. I'm not sure about you, but I have more fun when I'm winning games than when I'm losing them. I have more fun making credits than losing them. And where do you make credits? Where do you have fun? Where do you feel good? It's when you're winning games. I'd rather games come down to 2 versus 2 in stressful situations where the teams have beat the ever-living shit out of each other just so that we can come away with a win. Because that is the ultimate in World of Tanks. It's competitive. Everybody here needs to be competitive. We need to be on our fucking game. We don't need to be taking our dogs and railing them the fucking ass to try to show each other up and try to show off, right? We don't need to make stupid plays where we go out into the middle of bumfuck Egypt and decide that, guess what? I'm going to do the worst things. You hear my phone vibrating? That's people trying to tell me to calm down because I have issues. But that's my issue. My issue is that people need to get their shit together to win games. That was straight up talk for today. I'll see you guys in a little bit.